Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm gonna share with you a basic nail set tutorial. So I'm gonna use gel polisher. So the first one that I'm gonna use is this one from COCCO. It's a basic white shade. Then I'm gonna use this nude color from Lufana. It's shade L04. Then this black one from Glue, and then I'm gonna use this bronze nail foil. For this tutorial I'm gonna use pencil nails because I don't want to use gel on my natural nails. So as you can see, I've already prepped them. I removed the shiny layer from them. So I'm gonna start first with the thumbnail. The first step is that you're gonna use the nude colored gel polish and just gonna create the reverse French tip. Like usually we are supposed to create it at the top of the nail, but this time you're gonna create it at the bottom. And if you want to and you don't feel enough confident, you can decide to use the nail brushes so you can make a sharp French tip. But I decided to don't use them because I was able to create it easily using the nail brush. And I'm just gonna repeat the same process for the index and for the pinky nail. And once I'm done with it, with all three, I'm just gonna cure them. And the lamp that I'm gonna use is the Sun One lamp from Yogi. It's a really good lamp because it has been already a year, I think so, or over, and that's still working like really good. So as these are gel polish, so you actually need a LED or UV lamp to cure them, and they're gonna take up to 30 or 60 seconds depending on the nail lamp and the power of the lamp that you got. Don't worry if they are not sharp enough because you're gonna apply the nail foil, so don't worry about that. And once they cure, I'm just gonna use the alcohol pad to remove the shiny layer because we don't need that. The nail foil glue that I'm using here is the star glue, and I'm just gonna take a small quantity from that and gonna apply and gonna create a sharp French tip, like French tip line. Here you got the chance to make it as detailed as you can because where you're gonna apply it, that's where you're gonna put the nail foil. That's where the nail foil gonna stick on. And make sure that you let it fully dry because if it's remain white, it's just not gonna work because the foil can't stick on undried foil glue. So while they are drying, I'm just gonna start painting my ring and my middle fingernails. So I'm just gonna paint them with basic white color. Here the one that I'm using is again the COCCO one. So I'm just gonna apply a thin layer first on the nail, and once I'm done with the thin layer, I'm just gonna apply a second coat. Once I apply the first coat and I cure it, I'm just gonna apply the second coat. And if you think that it's still transparent, you can go for the third one, but I didn't need to. And I'm just gonna repeat the same process for the ring finger as well because they both gonna be same, like they're gonna be exactly same. So I just need the same base and the same pattern on that. So I'm gonna apply the white gel polish on it over again, and I'm gonna cure it. And again, the lamp that I'm gonna use is the Sun One, and I'm sure that you're gonna love that nail lamp because it's really good. It's really handy as well. And while the nail polish is curing, I'm just gonna take the nail foil. I'm gonna apply all the nails because they are dried. So I'm just gonna use the silicone brush to push to stick the nail foil on the glue. And if you don't have the silicone brush, you can decide to use your finger. You can decide to press them using that. So I'm just gonna repeat the same process for the index and for the pinky because they just gonna be same. So I'm just gonna stick the foil on all of them. And next thing that you need is water, like the room temperature water with some hand wash because that's what's gonna create the foam. So you're just gonna mix them and create enough foam so that you can pick it up easily. And once you're done, just take one of your nails. So here I'm using the thumbnail, and I'm just gonna apply the white gel polish on the part that I didn't use before, which means the one over the nail foil line. I'm just gonna apply a thick layer of the white gel polish because that's what's gonna work as base and what's gonna work as 3D effect. So once I'm done, I'm just gonna take the cuticle pusher. I'm gonna put the enough foam over it. And now it's up to you. So make sure that you put the nail foam on all the corners because the one way you don't put them, it's just gonna remain flat, like you're just gonna see flat lines, so that's just gonna ruin the effect. So make sure that you cover all the lines, all the sides of the nail. So once you're done with that, just cure it as soon as you can because the foam just start disappearing after a few minutes. So you need to cure it as soon as you can because you need to maintain that effect. So I'm just gonna repeat the same process for the index and for the pinky nail. Here make sure that you don't go over the nail foil line because otherwise it's gonna cure over that as well and you can't remove it afterwards. So make sure that you don't go over it. And once it's completely dry, I'm again gonna take the alcohol pad and remove the sticky layer as much much as I can because it's very difficult to remove it from this steady effect. So I'm just gonna remove as much as I can, but make sure that you don't touch the nail foil because you're gonna remove that one as well, as we haven't applied the top coat yet. So once you're done with that, just take a thin brush like a strapping brush and start drawing the line. Here I'm just drawing the basic line for the leaves that I'm gonna create. I just draw the first line, which is gonna be like the pattern that I need to follow, and then I'm just gonna draw the body of the leaf. And once I'm done with that, I'm just gonna start filling the leaves up. Now it depends up to you how thick you want, how wide you want them, and which way you want them. I've decided to create them in this way, but it's totally up to you. You have the full flexibility to edit it, to make it as you want. Like, it's totally up to you, and just use your brain, use your creativity. And once done, I'm just gonna cure it and gonna create other leaves on the other leaves as well, like on the pinky and on the index finger as well. Now I'm gonna start making a cow print on the ring and on the middle finger, and I'm just gonna take again the shade number L04, and we're just gonna start creating like cow prints, you can call them, because something similar to that. Just create them randomly. Like, there isn't a specific pattern that you need to follow, just do them randomly. You don't need to follow the way that I'm doing it. You can create one in the middle, one at the bottom, or you can just add 2 or 3. It's totally up to you. So once I'm done with that, I'm just gonna cure it, and I'm gonna repeat the same process on the other nails as well, like on the ring finger. And the pattern can be slightly different, doesn't matter to it. They doesn't need to be the same because we are not machines, okay? We are human. And once they cure, I'm using the Rosaline top coat to cure them. I want to apply the acrylic afterwards, and once you apply it, you can't put the top coat over it because that's just gonna remove the 3D effect. So I'm just gonna put the top coat first, and after that I'm just gonna start designing the pattern. And here I'm using the Rosaline shade number 03 black gel polish because this one is slightly more pigmented than compared to the glue one. And again, I'm just gonna repeat the same process that I did for the thumbnail. So I'm just gonna start drawing a slightly tilted line on the left to right. Like, now it depends you if you want to create a right to left, it's totally up to you. And once I'm done with that, I'm just gonna create one at the top, which is again a slightly tilted line. And once I'm done with the lines, I'm just gonna start drawing how many leaves do I need. So on the bottom one, I decided to have 4 leaves, and on the upper one, decided to have 3 leaves. And I'm just gonna start drawing the basic lines, like the body of the leaves, so I know where they're going and how much space they're gonna take. I already gonna design the upper leaf, like the top one, so that I know where I'm gonna start the next line from, like the topper line, so at least I have enough space. So I'm just gonna fill all the leaves that I created. So just make sure that you don't mess up the lines because they haven't been cured. And if you think that you're gonna mess them up, just draw one thing, then put the acrylic over it, cure it, then go there for the next step. Just with this step, because if you're gonna mess them, you need to do the whole thing again, and that's just gonna be really painful because this pattern is not easy. And that's why you can decide to do step by step, like just draw one leaf, then pour the acrylic, then do the second one, then do the third one. But here I decided to just do one in one go because I thought I would be able to do that, but I slightly messed up here because on the last one, so you can see me cleaning there, but that wasn't a big mess, so I was able to clean it. And I'm just gonna draw the leaves on the upper one as well. And once I'm done with that, the acrylic powder that I'm using here is the Rosaline one, is the clear one. I'm just gonna pour it over the nails. Just make sure that you cover all of them, and if they start becoming glossy, just start pouring again because the gel soak off the acrylic, so you need to make sure that it's fully matte. And once you're done that, you're just gonna remove the excess acrylic. And here I have already done the second pattern, like for the ring finger. As you can see, I created a sort of V, so they are basically flipped, you can call them, or mirrored. I think mirrored. So this is the final look of the nail set, and as you can see, I already applied the top coat just on the French tip. I didn't apply on the upper part like where we applied on the soft foam because that just gonna remove the 3D effect. So avoid applying there, just apply it till the nail foil line because you need to actually seal it. So this is the final look, and this is how they look if you wear them, and if you connect them, as you can see, there is a V there. And yeah, so this is how does this thumb look and the effect of the soft nail. And this is the final look. I hope you like this tutorial, and if you want to see something more like this, just let me know in the comment section so I can make more. And I will see you very soon. Bye.